Hey guys, how's it going? And girls, sorry about that. Rocky Mountain Dipper here, and today I'm not going to be doing a dip review, believe it or not. The guy by the name of, comments on quite a few of my videos, really big supporter. Name of JTagX Justin, commented on that snuff review there and asked if I could do a kind of just video for beginners, like just kind of like fucking, I don't know exactly what he said, but just like tips for beginners and what kinds you should start on and shit like that. So I figured, fuck yeah, I've been doing videos like fucking daily lately because I don't know, I've been loving it. But first off, before I even, well, actually no, I guess I shouldn't just pack a lip right now because I'm trying to show people how to do it. So my wintergreen tin is over there, so I guess, alright, this is perfect. There we go. Perfect for a beginner video. So, for this video, first off, I'll give you a little info on my first time dipping. The very first time I had a dip, it was this shit right here. Skullberry. This is a good beginner dip. Fuck me, that's bright. I got a light on just because if I don't have that light on right there, it's like you can't even see me because that light's really dark. So, anyways, my first time dipping, it was at school and Skullberry, and because I've heard that almost everyone gets sick their first time, so I just threw in a little baby pinch. And the first time I was like kind of playing with my lip and shit and thought it was pretty fucking weird, you know, like I don't know how anyone could really do this. Drink it. Oh fuck it, I don't want to. Okay, drink of the day is sparkling lemonade anyways. But yeah, the first time I was like, I don't know how anyone could enjoy this or find this fun. And then I tried it for the second time. Me and a couple buddies, bunch of buddies actually, were hanging out. Got pretty fucking dickered out, just having a little fucking fire. And me and my friend threw in a pinch, a like fucking fat ass pinch, like just a dinger of this Skullberry, and it was the absolute, oh, it was tasting so good. I don't know if it was because we were drunk, but it tasted like the absolute best thing in the world, and it was amazing. And I had it in for about half hour, 45 minutes, and I absolutely puked my guts out. Oh, like power puke, and it was brutal. I was puking for like half hour. It was crazy. So yeah, that's my first time dipping. So first off, if you're gonna be dipping for the first time, I recommend something like Skullberry. The Skulls typically have less nicotine. The mint actually has more than Copenhagen, so I wouldn't recommend that. If you see right there, Canadian tins show it. It's 23.9, so it's 24 milligrams of nicotine. It's a lot lower than every average dip. Like Grizzly's pretty high, Copenhagen's kind of mid-range, and then Skull and then Longhorn and Kayak and all them kind of lower brands. Not saying Skull's a lower quality brand, but they have less nicotine generally. So for your first dip, I would recommend one of the fruity Skulls. If you like peach, get some peach. If you like berry, get some berry. If you like wintergreen lifesavers or candies, then get some Skull wintergreen maybe. Yeah, so that's what you kind of want to go with. So if you've never packed a tin before, there's two ways to do it. I prefer to pack on the side, and I find it just better to pack. So what you do is you just kind of practice. If you can't, take these two fingers, just kind of hold them together, and just kind of flick the wrist. It's not all about fucking the elbow or nothing like that. Like I can just hold my arm and just, I don't know if you can hear that. So you just kind of practice, and you'll eventually get that kind of sound down. So what I do is I'll grip the tin like this, grab it with my bird finger and my thumb, grab it around the outside, make sure your finger's nice and loose. You want to hit it about here, and then just same motion. Now that's how I pack tins for probably a good year or so. But what I find packs a tin better is if you just grab her like that, just kind of grab it along the side, and then pack it on the side like that. And eventually you'll get her down. Now, I usually open a tin with one hand like that, but you don't fucking gotta worry about that. So you crack your tin, and there's your dip. Now you might be thinking, what the fuck do I do with this shit? So what I generally do is see how it's kind of empty on this side, because that's where your chew is there. What I kind of do is I'll pinch right on kind of the side of your dip there. Fuck, that's kind of hard to show. And then kind of pinch it against the side of the tin right here, like I'm doing here. So generally your first dip, I would recommend, like, I wouldn't even take a pinch like that. For your first ever time dipping, I would throw in about maybe a little less, depending on, I mean, I smoked cigarettes before I started chewing, so I was sort of used to it, but I would not go anything more than that. Like, that's about the max you'd want to go. So, and a lot of people for a long time will pull their lip out like this and then kind of pop it in there, drop the flake, and just kind of set it in there like that. I'm going to take a real pinch here. But generally people will do that at first, and that's totally fine. Like, if you want to do that at first, that is completely okay. I did for quite a while. But eventually, because pulling it out and get chew all over your fingers and all that's kind of gross. So I'll throw in, ooh, fuck me. Lick my bumhole and call me Susie. That's a fucking hogger. Since I'm doing a beginner video, I'm just going to keep her small. That way I can kind of keep talking. So I'll throw that in right now. But the cleanest way to do it is just kind of go to eat it and then kind of put it on your tongue, sort of. Kind of, I don't know, I'll do it slowly. And then just kind of chomp her down and then down into the lip, just like that. I'll try to do it kind of slow here, so. That's your dip. Now, you'll probably throw it in, and you're going to have just floaters all over your mouth. So, you can pack it, like I said, you can pack it around with your fingers, but then you get all the fucking tobacco and juice and shit like that. And after you take a dip, I just kind of whack it all off, brush it on your jeans or whatever. Spitting in the Realtree Hardwoods Green, as always. Okay, so if your dip is a little loose, because if you throw in a little pinch, it might end up going from like here to here, like just a fucking horseshoe. So the best way is just kind of just like that. Like, just get your tongue, move it, just push all the flakes into each other like that. Sorry, I always look at myself like this because my screen's right there, and then not the camera so much. I'll try to look at the camera more. So yeah, just kind of keep hacking her. If it gets real loose, you can move it to the left, move it to the right, but I wouldn't worry about that at first. You can just kind of hack it with your fingers together, get it in a nice little ball. So the first time you have a dip, you will probably have a fucking buzz from hell. My first time I didn't get too much because it was a little baby pinch. Second time I was like drunk. Well, I was already drunk, but I felt like if I wasn't drunk, I would have been drunk just from that dip. So I recommend, some of your friends might make fun of you and shit. My friend's an asshole, and every time he gave someone their first dip, he told them they had to swallow it. And oh, that's something I can't forget. Do not swallow the spit. I can't swallow spit even still. Like, it absolutely burns the throat. The nicotine just kills you. So wash her down with a little juice or spit into a cup. I wouldn't wash it down with juice at first, because eventually your stomach will start to hurt and you'll be buzzing pretty hard. 9 minutes 25 seconds. All right. A little stringy spit there because of the juice. So if you start feeling a pretty good buzz, you might really enjoy it. You might be like, oh man, this is amazing, man. Like, oh my god, I'm stoned. But then again, you might think like, oh oh man, I'm gonna get sick. So this is what I recommend. This ain't for everyone, but if you start feeling sick, like you were gonna puke, it might seem kind of gross, but what I would do, take your dip out and set it down. Just kind of set it on the table, set it on your tin, whatever, you just set it down. Wait maybe 15-20 minutes, see if you're still feeling sick, and if you're feeling good, throw it back in, and then from there on, you might be just good with dip just like that. But if you're still feeling sick for quite a while, then just try it again another day, do what you gotta do, whatever you feel comfortable with. I mean, don't think that you gotta keep your dip in and throw in a hogger to try to be cool. Like, that's not what it's about. Like, you could throw in a fat hog or a Cope Wintergreen, puke your guts out, and never want to dip again. So where's the fun in that, right? I gotta stop this video at 15 minutes because that's my cutoff for uploading to YouTube. It won't let me anything past there. So yeah, I had a little list here. So yeah, and then put it back in, see how that is. Generally, I'll keep a dip in about 45 minutes to an hour. If it just whenever, even if you're not getting spit. It's a pretty dark spit there for Skol, but even if you're not getting spit, I'll just start kind of swallowing it. This is beginner video, so I wouldn't recommend that. But generally, I'll keep a dip in till it just has no flavor left. You can juice it, and you're just not getting flavor anymore. So yeah, that's kind of my take. What did I cover here? Packing the tin, got that. Taking your pinch, got that. Got my little list on the fucking piece of crayon box here. Again, I would recommend something like Skol, a little lower nicotine dip. Don't throw in too fat of a dip, and if it's your first time dipping, kind of keep in mind when and where you're doing it. Like, say you're sitting inside and I don't know, so you're hanging out at your friend's house and you well, I guess that's kind of different. I don't know. Maybe if you're at school, say it's lunch break and you're going outside, throwing a fat dip, just keep in mind, like, you don't want to be doing it somewhere that you can't be sick. That's all I'm trying to say. And then the flavors, if like I said, if you like peach, get peach. If you like berry, get berry. If you like citrus, like orange, lemon, lime kind of thing, they make Skol Citrus. I think it's delicious. Tastes like juicy fruit. I'm actually gonna get a tin of it pretty soon here. So yeah, I'd recommend some of the Skol series fruity flavors because they are less nicotine. They usually are a pretty sticky, moist dip. Maybe not moist, usually, but they usually stay packed pretty good in your lip. I know for the first probably year and a half I dipped, I had a hard time keeping dips together for about 15 minutes. Maybe not a year, but it's kind of hard to keep them together sometimes. So that's why the Skol fruity dips are pretty good. I always line my tins up. I don't know if anyone else does that. But yeah, I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to say. I know, who was it? I think his name's It's Reptar. It's spelled like some lowercase and capitals. I'm not sure how to spell it. But he wanted me to do a Q&A video about like what my favorite kinds of dope were and shit like that. But I don't do that anymore. So if you want me to do a Q&A video, just put your comments in your questions in this video, and if I get enough that are kind of worth doing a Q&A video, I will do that. So yeah, I think that's about everything. Don't pack too big of a dip. Pick a kind of less nicotine flavor, and just keep in mind when and where you're doing it. Yeah, I think that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed my take on the beginner dipping. I know there's tons of videos out there of people doing it, but that's just my take on it. So hope you like this video. Rocky Mountain Dipper here. Keep your lips nice and packed. Hopefully your first time dipping is a good experience, and you'll enjoy it and be a dipper like I am. Terrible, disgusting habit, but whatever. Hopefully that works out good for you. Like, comment, subscribe, please. I love the feedback. And everyone, have a good day. Peace.